This video looks at the content from section 9c, which is differentiating x to the power of n, with n as a negative integer. And so in 9a and 9b, we've just been working with positive integers for n. But this is the formula for the derivative of power functions from the methods formula sheet. And you can see that there's no specification that n has to be a positive integer or a negative integer. And in fact, the pattern works for all values of n. So all you need to be careful of is when you're doing your derivatives, making sure that you're careful with your positive and negative numbers. So here's an example. Find the derivative of each of the following with respect to x. So you can see we've got x to the power of minus 3 here, and the 5 over x squared is in fact 5 times x to the minus 2. And so now we'll use our derivative pattern. And so the 2 stays out the front and it's multiplied by the power that comes down, so minus 3 and the x, and our power is minus 3 minus 1. So that will become minus 6x to the power of minus 4. And then for our next term, the 5 multiplies, the power comes down minus 2, and our power drops by 1, so it's minus 2 minus 1. And so that becomes minus 10 x to the power of minus 3. Now, that's perfectly correct answer. If the question asks you to give your answer with positive powers for x, then you put your x's back on the bottom with their positive powers. This will become 10 over x cubed. But it's not necessary unless you're told to do it. For question B, it looks like there's no negative powers other than this minus 4 here. But we don't have a pattern for differentiating anything where we've got a function on the top and a function on the bottom. We don't have one yet. And so to do this, I'm going to split this fraction into 2. And the idea follows along. So say, for example, if I had 3 plus 2 over 5, I could split that into being 3/5 plus 2/5. And that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to use this idea to rewrite this formula, or this expression, as 3x squared over x to the power of 4 minus x cubed to the power of 4. And now I'll write them as a single term, so I'll cancel down the x's, so I get 3 over x squared minus 1 over x. I can write those with negative powers, minus x to the minus 1, and then I can find the derivative. So the 3 stays at the front, the minus 2 comes down as a power, x, and minus 2 minus 1. And then we've got take away, the minus 1 comes down as a power out the front, x to the power of minus 1 minus 1, and that gives us minus 6 x to the power of minus 3, minus 1 gives you a plus, and x to the minus 2. Again, you can write this with positive powers by writing this as minus 6 over x cubed and writing this as 1 over x squared.